Hey, my beautiful people, Evelyn in the house. Okay, today I am doing Christmas cards. Yep, it's been a while. And today I chose this here called Pretty. It's not shabby, it's not cutesy. I called it pretty or cute. It's cute, right? Look how cute with that snowman. So I'm going to show you how I did this card. So stay there, don't. If you have your coffee, if not, pause, run for your cup of coffee, come back and watch me. So, when I start with this, you know what, I'm going to keep it where you can see it. Maybe if I lay it down this way, then as I'm going, because I would like to give you the material first, but I have the way I kind of misplaced or maybe forgot something. So what I'm going to do is, as I'm doing it, I'll tell you what size and what's the name of the circle punch and so on, okay? So we're going to, let me just start with the base. For the beginners, remember guys, I think in every tutorial, we should start at the beginning because a lot of people out there that just started crafting and looking for beginning classes, that's why I like to go that route. For the advanced, you guys might be a little bored, but you know what? Everybody has different techniques, so it doesn't hurt just to watch, right? Anyway, so for the newbie, if you get cardstock by 8.5 by 11, you can make 2 cards. And then on those 2 cards, right? Okay, and then when you fold it, because I have a scoring blade, which I'll show maybe later, but I usually match it, because of video purpose, I'm going to do it this way. And I'm just going to bend it, and then with my bone folder, I'm just going to slide down to give it a tight squeeze, and you have your base, okay? And then you could do something else different with with the other sides, okay? And it's also, if you had layers, that's another class, that's another tutorial. But anyway, I just wanted to show the beginners that with an 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you can make 2 cards, cut it by 5.5, and then when you fold it, fold it to the edge, you're going to have your base, okay? And that's going to be 5.5 by 4.25, okay? Now, there's 2 ways of doing. If you decide to do it this way, you can, I don't have a sample. Like, you want to put your design going this way, but I chose to do it this way. So if you decide whatever design that you're going to put on the front, it's going to open like this. But if you decide to turn it this way, whatever design you're going to do here, you're going to open this way, just as I'm doing this one. This one opens this way, okay? All right, that's enough for the, showing how you cut the cardstock and what's all. All right, I don't think you're interested in the colors. You can choose your color, but I'm starting with a blue. I think it's Marine Mist, and these cardstock are all from Stampin' Up. I hate to say that, but that's what I owned. All right, now I'm going to start with the body. So I'm going to, I need a piece of scraps. Okay. So right now my first circle is going to be a large circle, which is going to be 1 3/4. Okay, that's 1 down. And I'll leave the measurement down in the description and below, so like that, you don't have to go back to the video and find out what's the size of the circle punch. Okay, now the second one is 1 3/8. Maybe I'll put the measurement this way. Who knows? Okay, so that's my second one. I'm trying to get it out the way. Okay, and then my third punch is going to be 1 1/4. Okay, so right now this is the body. Okay, so this is the body. Now I'm going to make the hat. If you can see it, let me get you closer. I'm going to make the hat in red, and then he's got like a pom-pom. We're going to call it that way. a little pom-pom on the tip of his hat, okay? So, let me get that going. And for the hat, it's going to be 3 1/4. And the little pom-pom that I was saying is for the tip of the hat, it's 1/4. Look how tiny this is. Okay, let's just hope I don't lose it. All right, I'm going to go back with the hat because I just realized something. The hat that I punched, the 3 1/4, is supposed to be in red. Okay, I'm sticking to all the whites. Okay, let me go back then. Yeah, the 3 1/4 for the hat, it's red cardstock. You don't have to, you can make a whole circle or you can make a half circle because it goes right behind the face, the head, you can say. So yeah, there goes my half a circle for the hat. Okay, what else? Okay, now for the hands. See the little hands on the side? These two. I use a punch, which is the snowflake punch right here. So I did it with this kind of like a sand color beige. I forgot what they saw. Oh, I forgot the name of it. But it falls in the brown color. All right. So all I'm going to do is out of this snowflakes, I'm going to cut 2 pieces like this. So I'm not going to the edge. I went towards the, I don't know if you can see that, towards the middle. So because I need that little piece so we can stick that behind the body. So I got 2 of these little pieces from that snowflake die punch. Okay, let me put this one down. Now don't get rid of your scrap because you're still going to need it. I'm going to do the snowman. I'm going to have him ready and then we're going to the second part, okay? So I'm going to start, before I put them together, I like to give it some shadow on the edge of the snow body. So the color I'm using is a little darker than the cardstock. Well, it's not, sorry, it's white, so of course it's going to stand out. But I'm just going to put a little bit, and I'm just going to brush it towards the edge around the circle. So I'm going to do that to each, well, just 3, only on the body. So I got 1 done. I got 2 done. Let me get that little red white one because I didn't need that was the red one. All right, and that's for that. So I'm just doing the body. I'm giving that part. And don't put the ink away because you're going to use it for something else. I'm just going to put it to the side. All right, next is, before I put it together, what is my glitter? I want some glitter on the edge of the circles. So that did my snowman, you know, bring him to life. It's got to be glitter up. Pretend it's snow. That's why I say. So I'm going to take some decoupage. I usually pour in this container so I don't have to pick up the whole jar. And I don't want to lose my pieces. So what I'm going to do is, I took a brush. I'm going to dip it in on the Mod Podge and just brush it towards the end. I mean, the edge of the circle. So that's where I want my glitter to be. I'll try to do a little faster. That's too much. Make sure I want to get it all over. And then one more circle. I'm not going to do his red hat. But I will be doing that little quarter punch. But I'm going to use that with glue sticks because it's going to be hard. If I do it now, it's going to stick everywhere. All right, I'm going to dump this brush on my water because I don't want it to get hard. Now, I'm not sure if I need that back. Then I'm going to take my glitter. This is where I keep all my glitter in this little Tupperware, you know, for the Chinese restaurant. So I'm going to go around it. Oh, you know what? I just could dip it like this and then shake it out. Okay, that's one. Cutesy, cutesy. Okay, now for that little tiny one, what I'm going to do is, okay, you know what, let me just brush, you know what, let me get a glue stick. I think it would work better with the glue stick. So what I'm going to do is to take that tiny one and get them ready. So like that, I can just stick it, I'm going to stick it on the head right now. So I'm going to glue it to the hat on the top of the tip. So like that, it won't get lost. And I'm going to dip it in my glitter because I already put some glue on it. Now, I can't push it down because it's a tiny little circle. Alright, so I'm going to take my, oh, I love this glue, guys. It's the Craft Tacky Glue. There was a group that I do belong to, got me into it, and I love it. At the beginning, I'll be honest with you, I was not too thrilled about it. But then I gave it a shot, and I love it. I love it. Okay, then. I love it so much that it's almost empty. Yep. Okay, let me see if it can stick in there, and I'll show you what I meant. Come on, baby. Don't make me look crazy. This is how it looks. That's the little hat. So I got that out my way. Hope that it stays stuck. But you know what? I'm not seeing a lot of glitter. I want a lot of glitter. Come on, squeeze. Time for a new one. You know what? With my my March part. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to make sure. I want to get it to be shiny. So I'm going to dip it with my finger. I'm going to put it right on the tip of that little circle, and then I'm going to dip it in. And now I'm happy. Now I got that shiny part. So by the time we put it together, hopefully it'll be dry. All right. So I had to get messy for. I'll get my napkin so I can get it to be cutesy. Okay, I'm going to put the glitter on the side. Don't put it away because you're going to need that. All right, let's start putting the snowman together. All right, what I'm going to use is the Tombow Runner. This over here because it works faster for me. All right, so I'm going to start with the big one. All right, and I put my circles away, but you already know it from the, you know, it's right here. I started off with the 1 3/4. So I'm going to glue that part, not all the way to the bottom because it just make it like the half of the circle. That's where I'm going to glue my second piece, was 1 3/4. So I'm going to do it right in the middle. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sorry, guys. I forgot. I didn't glue it. Oh, I hate when I make mistakes, like always. No, I didn't glue. What I used was the pot dots because I wanted to give it a look so it can look more dimension. Oh, I forget. I always constantly forget this part. Yeah, I didn't glue it down. I used the pot dots. So I'm going to put that right there next to the half of the circle of the large one. And then I'm going to glue my second body, which is 1 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to put this other piece of pot dots. I don't know what they call them, but it pops the whatever image you're doing. Oh, wrong side. Okay, I saw that. Now the way I'm doing it, because you're going to just always remember when you're putting the snowman together, always do half of the circle. Whatever you layer, like the first one, I made the line half, and that's where I used the second circles on the middle of the first circle. And then the last, which is his face, is going to be right here. And you know what? I'm going to have to screw some down. And there's another thing that I've also forgot I want to give him a face. You see the one that I have already? I just had it right now. Here we go. You see that image? That's because I want to hurry up. You see that image on his face? I don't know. I think it's the... oh, sorry. Right here. So that's what the peachy stamps, the little faces that they have. Is so cute. Where is he? I'm going to show you the pack that I have. I have a few different faces, but it comes from the Peachy Key stamps. They are so cute with their little face. So I chose a really happy one. And something that I should have did first before I glue it, but that's okay. We're not perfect. We're going to make a little mistake here. Now, where did I put my ink? Right here. You could use any type of ink, doesn't matter. I'm just knocking everything down because I should have had it ready. Okay. So I'm using Stay On. So I'm going to ink. Yes, what you're probably saying, where's my acrylic block? I do have it somewhere, but it has something on it. And by the time I get the second one, it's going to take too much time. So this will be okay. I'll make sure, as long as I see him, the area that needs to be dark, and I think this is okay. So what I'm going to do on the first circle, because that's going to be his face. So, and it's going to be easy to outline it because these stamps are see-through. Those are the silicone, I think they call them. I'm not sure. Okay, so lift that up and hope we got it. Yeah, we got it. Look at the face, look how cute. Now you can see it. That's what I need to do, block the light. Alright, so I got the face on, so that was not too late. So if you happen to forget, you're not going to make a mistake because I didn't. Alright, so let's go with the hat. I'm going to put the ink away. Put it off the side. Alright, so now we're going to glue his hat to his top of his head. And no, we don't need the pot dot. I'm going to use my little runoff, little tombos, I think they call them. I'm not sure. But anyway. And I'm going to put him right behind his head. Oh, he's starting to look like a snowman. Let me show you. Block that light so you can see it good. Oh, there we go. Right there. Okay. Now we're going to glue his hands. And I'm going to glue it between the large circle and the second circle, which is the middle one. When you do this, when you have time to do this, forget it. It's like a 1, 2, 3, honestly. But you know, when you video, like me, when I video myself, I make a lot of errors. Versus if I'm on my own, I do this like in a minute. So I already completed. Let me block that light right there so you can see it better. It's blinding me too. But look how pretty. So I have my snowman already finished. Okay. So what's my next step? So okay, you know what? I was going to give it a nose, but I'm not. Because this one I did. You see that little pointy? If you want to, you can cut out a little triangle and put it in the middle. I'll do that later because I want to get to the second part. This will be my card case right here. I already got that ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start off the bottom, meaning I'm going to put the snow. That's a pretend snow. This is what I'm going to use. Let me put it like this so you can see it. No. Okay, right there. So I'm looking for my scrap. Oh, here we go. All right. Since I'm doing the long way and half of this cardstock is the same size, so I don't have to cut anything but just to tear it. So if you want the rough side, you have to tear towards me or towards the other way. No, towards me. Yeah. And what I'm doing, I'm just going zigzag. And I might even do a little bit more because I don't want it to be, well, it depends. See how it looks. If you like it, you can go shorter. I'm sorry, this way. A little bit more. All right, that's good. So before I glue this, I'm going to show you guys how I emboss, all right? The points that I did already, because I have it ready for you guys, is from Tim Hoare, and it looks like, okay, this is the Tim Hoare poinsettia, and I know a lot of people was asking that question, does the embossing to this stamp comes together? Yes, it does. And I have it ready. I'm going to show you. I already have it inside here because I went ahead and did this because it takes time to fit it in the right way, so you don't have to, you know, embossing will actually be on the petal, because that's what you want. That's why I have it ready right now. So everybody knows the big shot. You cut them out first. So I'm not going to show you that part. Let me put that aside. So that's what I already did. But I am definitely going to show you how I emboss, because it's a little tricky. Some people may not know it, and some people know it. So let's just think about the beginners. This is my big shot. Now, when you do your die cut, when you're using this type of die cut, you only need the 2 plates. Always remember on the plate that you're going to do mostly of the cutting, just write cut. So that helps you that this here is going to be facing where you're cutting at. So that's why it looks so damaged. And then the good side, you're going to put it behind it. So that's how I was able to, you know, to cut. So you only need 2 plates for this. But to emboss, you need your platform, okay, just to do the embossing. So they have, and it's so cool because they give you instruction of it, you know, which page to cut or which page to emboss. It's really cool. So for me to emboss, there's 2 flats. So there's number 2, there's number 1, and then the last one, which is the hard piece, and that's the part that I'm going for. All right. Now I'm going to do my poinsettias first. Now I'm going to show you what I meant. I'm going to open it. I have tape on it so it won't spill out. But the die cut to go into this embossing is perfect. So, but it just takes time to, you know, to find the puzzle pieces kind of to match it up. It does take a little time. That's the reason why I already had that ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run it through now. What's my 2 plate? You still need your 2 plastic plate. So it doesn't make a difference which one I'm going to use because I'm not cutting it. So remember, I got my platform. I got 1 plastic on here. I'm going to put the embossing folder, and then I'm going to use another see-through plate. It's like a sandwich. What does she say? Bread, peanut butter, and jelly? I don't know. All right. So right now I'm going through my and since my table is not long enough, I have to hold on to this. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm not putting my machine away because there's more embossing that I need to do. So I might as well finish it from here. All right, so I'm going to show you how that looks. Oh, by the way, just to bring it to your attention, you see mine's moved a little bit. You see what I'm talking about? So the tape, I guess when I went to put it in, it probably slides off, but the other 2 didn't. But you see, if you do it with the words zigzag face you, you're going to get that the puffy part, not the index. If you turn that over, then it's going to be looking like the back side. All right, just remember that. So I'm going to take this piece out so you can see how it looks. This came out perfect, and this came out perfect. The little one, for some reason, it did slide. I used a removable tape to make sure if you go in this route that you get the tape that doesn't really, it's removable. You know what I'm saying, just to hold something down. It's like the washi tape. I could have used that too. So I'm not going to worry about the little one. This is just for you guys to see. Now the big one, guys, I'm not going to use the big one because it's not going to fit into my cart, because I'm going to emboss my my base to this other folder that I'm about to show you right now. So let me move this out the way. I finished with the snowflake of some more, and I'll do the flowers when I finish. What's the other pieces? Here, let me just put this to the side and then I'll show you. All right, so now for the bottom piece, this one right here, I'm going to emboss it because I wanted to give it more detail so it could look like really snow. So I'm going to use this embossing, and I'll be honest with you, I usually, oh no, you know what? It's right here. Hold on. I don't think this is Stampin' Up. And here's it's like slippy. Oh, it is a Stampin' Up. I'm using the texture impression Petals-A-Plenty. So it's a bunch of petals, but to me it looks like little snow things. So that's why I chose this one. So I'm going to take it, make it to a sandwich, and do the same thing. Feed it. You know, move everything towards the back, and then put your plastic plate, the folder, and another plate. And I'm going to grab it from here because my table is not that long. Okay, I'm not going to put that. Okay, and this is how it looks. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can blind. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. All right. So I finished that part. Let me put that one to the side. And then for my base, see, so far we got the poinsettia. We got the snow, supposed to be snow on the bottom. Now I'm going to emboss the folder to the front of the page, and then we'll get into the wording. Now to do this one, it's a little, I mean, for those that might not know, I don't know, I'm just going to give it a shot. So what I do is, if you do both of them by putting your whole card, your base in here, it's going to show on the back. You don't want that, because the only thing I'm looking for is just the front of it. So what you do is, you make it like a sandwich. You open your card base, you put it in, well, the front of it, you're going to put one inside, all right? And one in the back side, you're going to have it outside the folder, okay? So that means it's just like a little sandwich. So if you open the card like this is what you're going to have, okay? So that's how you're going to get your embossing only to the front. I mean, it depends on you. So we're going to we'll use the same way that we did with the other ones. Oh, hello. Yeah. I'm not getting everything down because I should have took the mat because it's slippery. Here, you see it? You know, when it gets too tight, things start moving, start falling. I wanted just to show you. I could have skipped all this, but like I said, I like to do this again for the beginners. All right, so I'm going to show you. I think I only have one more to do. Oh, I'm finished. I hope I'm finished. Anyway, oh yeah, I think I probably am finished. All right, so this is what it's going to look like, guys. Look at this. God, I hate when this light. That light. You see? Can't even move. Oh, God. You see it right now? Okay. I'll give it a closer look once I finish. But the emboss is in the front, and I don't have anything in the back. You see over here? To the front only. All right? So that piece, let me see. All right, I think I'm done with the embossing, so I can take the big shot away. Now let's just hope that works. Probably to get something and say, oh, I need to cut this or emboss this. So let me get all the embossing, get all my pieces ready. Put that embossing away. Put that punch, get this out the way because it makes my life a little easy. I'm missing a flower. There we go. All right, put that to the side. Put that to the side. All right, let's start the fun. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my snow piece, the white part, to the bottom. And I'm going to use my runner. And I just realized that I wanted, I tell you, I always forget something. The edge part, I wanted to have like the shiny glitter. But you know what? I'm going to take it out easy and just go before it sticks up. What I wanted to do first is I'm going to take my Mod Podge and dip it on glitter. I tell you. And I also went to the wrong side. I wanted the rough part. That's okay. That's because I'm trying to speed up and not make you guys so boring. I mean, it's not like I got a whole bunch of reviews. But it's okay. You know what? I don't care. I love doing this, whether nobody's watching or watching, but I enjoy it. Okay, so I already did that. Now I'm going to dip it on my glitter. Shake it off. Beautiful. Perfect. And you know what? It might work if it still feels sticky. So let me just see. I'm trying not to touch the edge. Oh, it's still stick. Good. Thank you, Tomboy. Works perfect. All right. So that's what I'm going to get. Okay. All right. Let me see now for the poinsettias. And I had another one, the one that embossed. Like I said, I'm not going to use the large one because if you, the poinsettias to the Tim Holtz comes 3 poinsettias, but there's a big one here, and it's going to cover almost the card. And I wanted the embossing to peek out, so I'm only going to use the medium size and the small one. So I'm going to take my bone folder. And I'm just going to just flip it up so it can look like more like a flower. And when I do this, then I do, after I kind of curve it in, then I take my nail, let me go closer. I go to the end of the edge of the petals, I bend it up, and then I pick it up and I fold it towards the other way so it can look like that. And it's really fast, honestly. Okay, and I'm going to use pot dot for that too because I want it to lift it up. I'm going to cut that in half. And I'm going to put that, oh, it's too much still. Okay, I'm going to put that in the middle. And before I glue this all piece, I'm going to glitter it first before I put it on the card. You ain't catching me this time. Okay. Now where's my other part? Oh, I have it stuck in my... I love Tin Hawk because you can use this at the any stick and stuff because it has that coating, which is pretty cool. Now, you know I didn't need to put any pot dot because I already have one, but I wanted to lift it more, so that's only the purpose. So I'm going to go off center. Now, if I wanted to add another one to make it more puffy, you can, but I'm only going to stick to 2 of them. know what? I like it. I just play with it the way I think it looks pretty. It looks pretty anyway. All right, so let me go back to my Mod Podge. Use my finger because I'm not afraid to get it dirty, and just do the edge. I should do the whole thing, honestly. I think it would look so cute. So you know what? I'm just going to brush it all over and don't care where it goes. So, and before I do that, I need one more pot dot. I'll do it. Oh, you know what? I have one in here. Put it in the bottom, so that way I can glue it down. All right, with my glitter. And I'm just going to dip it in, and watch the pot dot that you have already inside. Because I peeled I peeled off the sticker for the pot dot, so I have to be careful. And look how cute. Okay. In person, it looks so pretty. But you know me, I'm always taking a picture in the end of the video so you can get a better catch on this. So now I'm going to go right in the middle where I embossed that snowflake, because you can see it. And put it right in there. Then I'm going to take a silver. I got this in, I think, AC Moore. It's from Jolie's section. And they look like this. They flat silver beads. I don't know what to call it. They come in different colors, so I'm going to use the little, the medium side. I'm not sure. It has a little bit of glue, but I'm going to still put some on so it will stay stuck in there. Alright, so far, how cute. Oh my goodness, please. I can't stand that light. You know what? I'm going to finish it up, and then I'm going to show it to you. Because it looks like my battery's about to die out, like always. Alright, now I'm going to take my snowman. Where are you? Okay, right here. He's telling me, you're talking too much. That's why I'm hiding. I lost the hands. Hello. What happened to my hands? Oh, I tell you. It's right here. Thank God I found it. Sorry. I wish I could be perfect like you. Some of the guys, they just go zoom right in. Not me. It's been a long time. At the beginning, if you go way back to my videos, like 2009, I did better then. I'd be honest with you. I guess because I was making only handmade cards, and it's just zooming. No mistake, no nothing. So much easier. But since I like to do different things, it gets a little difficult. Okay, I found my hands. Now I'm going to turn them over because I want to use my pot dot, and I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to stick one up here in the bottom of that big circle. And then between the big one and the medium size, no, matter of fact, I'll show you. So I put pot dot on the big circle, and then one between the circle, the medium size to the head. So now I'm going to peel that off and glue them down. Nope, no. Ow! I have to go all the way down because I have to put my save in, on my word, I'm sorry, the Merry Christmas sign. Alright, so I'm going to go down here. Okay, that's one. Now for the last one, you see here? So when it says Happy Christmas, I'm sorry, Merry Christmas. I'm crazy. Alright, I'm going to emboss that because it looks so pretty. And how I emboss it, I have the letter already in there. I'm going to use, with my scrappy paste, I don't know if I want it darker. I think I want a little darker to the, yeah, I want a little darker to the, it's probably the same color. It is the same color anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Versamark, because that's how you'll be able to stick. But before I do that, I have the, you know, the embossing buddy. I love this stuff because if you're the person that actually emboss a lot, this is the best thing to have. Because you know, if you didn't have it, some people, when you pour in your embossing powder and when you wipe out, you see a whole bunch, especially when you're doing dark paper. But if you use this, it's like a bag of powder in there, it doesn't stick. where, where you don't want it to be. So I'm going to tap down to make sure that my stamp is nice and juicy with the Versamark. And I'm going to stamp them anywhere. Okay. And then I'm going to pour my white embossing. Don't get confused with the clear and the white. It has to be white. I'm going to pour it back because I don't want to bend it. So I'm going to pour it back on the other paper. Okay, and put it back in the container. Because if I would have bent it, I probably would mess up that image. So it's going to look like this, guys. Okay. Now, sorry for the noise because I don't know how you mute this. But I'm going to, let me cover the top. Otherwise, I have this flying all over the place. Now, some people say, how do we know that it's all done? As soon as you hit that gun and you see it shining up, that's because it's already finished. You did a good job. There you go. I don't know. Let me see if I can get nice and close so you can see what I'm talking about. You see how it's starting to shine? It no longer looks like it has powder. And that's it. And look how cute. Okay? Hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip it towards me because I only want a little piece. Try not, and don't worry about it. It's already dry, so you're not going to mess up the Merry Christmas word. What I'm doing, I'm going around and I'm just cutting. I'm just going to make it easier for me. Look how it looks. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, and I'm going to use pot dot for this one. You know, it's a simple card. It's just a lot of different technique that's going into the card because you have the embossing, you have the cut, so that's the reason why it took a little longer. But you know what? When you do a handmade card and you go all out for that person, even the extra work that you need, that's called, you make this card with love. So this is the finished look, and look how pretty. Let me see if I can block that light. Look how cute, guys. Is that pretty or what? Let me get a card like this. I'll be so happy. You don't have to make it too fancy. So that's the card for today. And I might do another card, and I'm going to probably do this part. This the bear that's peeking out on the snow. Look how cute. So this might be my next one, or maybe another one. I can't promise you, but I definitely will do another Christmas card. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little thing, this little card that I made. If you have any questions, please comment below. For those that are new and haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Just subscribe and thumbs up if you think this video is, it's worth it. I mean, I actually made a card for you guys. So anyway, guys, if any questions, just holler below. Have a good night.